Hey, what is going on, Geminis? Butch here. I am going to do you 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I decided to use the horror tarot, horror movies. I don't want to misinterpret what I just said. The reason I wanted to use this for our Geminis, because I remember my cousin, she's a Gemini, and she said something one time, and I always thought it was hilarious, but then I thought about it, and as I got to know Geminis better, like you all know, my best friend's a Gemini, my partner, she's a Gemini, plus I have a couple other friends that are Geminis. As I got to know Geminis, I kind of made sense of it all. What she said is, when all the little girls wanted to be ballerinas, I wanted to be a vampire. It's that dark humor. I love it, so I thought, why not use the horror tarot? As you all know, I'm a horror movie. I love horror movies. I like to be scared. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Geminis? All right, Geminis. So the first thing I see is I feel like this is someone, the energy I feel around you is someone that you already know, someone you have a history with. Now I feel big changes coming with this person. You know, but before we talk about that, I feel like this is something, I feel like there's been some back and forth with this person. I feel like you're never really feeling the same way all the time. There's a lot of imbalanced energy, feeling like one moment it feels like this is your life partner, your soulmate, your twin flame. Then there's other moments when you feel like you couldn't be any farther away from each other. But every time there is that distance, we keep it brought back together, and it's kind of like, why? What is going on here? Why is it the way it is? I feel like the reason why you haven't, and really they haven't walked away from this, is because you weren't meant to. But I do feel like what's coming up is going to give a lot more of an explanation to why. So the first thing I'm getting is we have the Knight of Swords. So I see this quick moving energy. You know, these big changes that we talk about, everything is changing. And I feel like it's going to move very quickly. You know, I feel like I see this person opening up. You know, I see this person finally opening up. I feel like they weren't always the most emotionally available. Not that you always need that, but when you did need it, I feel like they weren't really giving it to you. But I do see this person finally opening up. And I feel like it's because I feel like, just like you, this frustration of going back and forth is just too much. You know, it's kind of like they're done with it. And I feel like, just like your connection with this person, this impulsive realization that this person has had has caused them to step up. You know, the very impulsive, very, very quick moving energy, like I said, with that Knight of Wands. And we have the King of Wands. This person's going after what they want. And what they want is you. So I feel like this person opening up communication, you know, really kind of putting out opening up and just kind of really putting out the truth. And I feel like there's a lot of truth coming with this. But that truth opens the door to seeing the real potential here, giving you some real answers of why you are so connected to this person. You know, we have the Page of Wands. I know it's kind of a gruesome picture, but we have new ideas, new energy, limitless potential, free spirit. And I feel like with this person opening up to you finally, it's about damn time, right? But this person opening up finally to you finally shows you how they feel with no questions. I feel like it's very direct. I feel like, I mean, the Queen of Cups, and then we have the King of Cups as well, really making you feel the connection. You know, I feel like you're really going to feel this connection with this person because they finally opened up with complete truth and honesty. And I feel like they never really opened up like this before. You know, and that happens. I mean, with Geminis, it happens because Geminis don't always want the soft and cuddly type energy. But there's times when a Gemini needs it. And I feel like when you needed it, you weren't getting it. You know, we don't all, you know, with Geminis, you don't always want to be, you know, you don't want someone that's clingy and, you know, always lovey-dovey. But it's nice to have it sometimes. You know, you still need it sometimes. And when that person isn't giving it to you, it's like, do they have it in them? When you want it, you're like, what the hell? Why can't I get it from them? But you're seeing that in this person now. And that's what's causing these big changes. You know, finding more trust in the connection that you have with this person. With the King of Cups, some of these have writing on them, and I find them hilarious. Welcome to the world of the emotionally balanced man. You know, so it's like that masculine energy. And I feel like with this person opening up to you and being brutally honest, I feel like it's something that you both needed. It's almost like that breath of fresh air. Like, it's all out there. No questions, no bullshit. We can actually talk to each other. I feel like before, when you talk to this person, they may have took it a little bit hard, or they may have been a little bit too sensitive about it. I don't feel like they showed you that, but I feel like they took it. Sometimes Geminis can be direct as shit. They can be right dead on. They go right after it because they want instant results. They want it out there. They don't want no complications. They don't want no misunderstandings. And I feel like they need that as well. You know, I feel like Geminis can handle that type of energy better than almost anybody. Probably better than anybody. As a Sagittarius, I understand that, and I feel like that's why Gemini-Sagittarius connections are so good when they're good. And I do feel like that Sagittarius vibe, like I said, with the Knight of Wands. But I feel like there's a lot of emotional fulfillment you're getting from this. Finally feeling secure, feeling loved, feeling nurtured. Now, this all is one part of the read. You know, but what else I see is something even more. I mean, I said there's going to be big changes. I didn't just mean in your love life. I see new opportunities with the Seven of Cups. I see all the things that you know, opening up and feeling this sense of balance. It also, opens you up to getting what you want. The magician, it's all about the manifestation. It's all about getting what you want, going after you want with a clear mind. And having this connection with this person, like I said, with that Lover's card, and feeling that connection and feeling like you're not the only one involved in that connection, I feel like it's a huge transformation. Now you can focus on other things. I mean, this person's showing up for you, causing a lot of stability between the two of you, feeling like you're finally comfortable in this connection. Now you can concentrate on the other things in life. And I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of success. I mean, we have the Sun card. I see a lot of happiness, finding balance in this situation. With the Temperance, your life is in the balance. Earth and water, pleasure and pain, life and death, everything is in moderation. I feel like when the thing we focus on the most, I feel like you and this person, there's a lot of focus on it. But when we find balance in that, we can start focusing on our energy, and we all know Geminis are very intelligent. But when they're not able to use all of that intelligence toward benefiting themselves, it's kind of like wasted, right? It's like when you're thinking about your partner and you're thinking about your love life and wondering if they care about you and wondering if you're in the right situation. All that shit is just too much on your plate. But now that with the Two of Pentacles, all that shit is off your plate. Now we can focus on the future. And I feel like it's like this ripple effect. I see a lot of forward movement coming for you. Like I said, finding stability. I feel like both of you getting your shit together, having someone that shows up for you, someone that you can trust, someone that supports you, someone that's there for you, and they're there for you. It's one thing for someone to be there for you. That's great. But if you don't know that they're there for you, it's like having not knowing how to swim and having an invisible life jacket on. You can't see it, so you don't know, so you're just going to have to trust in it. That shit gets old really quickly. I'm just saying it how it is, But like I said, this person shows up for you, puts in the work. It's causing both your lives good fortune, happiness, feeling complete. That huge transformation, the Chariot, feeling that you have that loyal partner. That way you don't have to focus on that anymore. Now you can focus on moving forward. And when you focus on moving forward and all that energy that you have, Gemini, focusing on that on moving forward, huge, huge benefit to you. Like I said, I mean, it's... Even if we don't think we're thinking about it, we're thinking about it. You have a strong bond with this person, and that's clear. And with the actions of this person, it becomes more and more clear. And knowing this person has your back and knowing that you don't have to worry about that shit anymore, it just takes so much off your plate so you can fill that plate out with something new and work on something new, which is going to cause you benefit. It's that ripple effect. It's not just a benefit to you in your love life, your romantic, your romantic life, but not your intimacy. When all that finds balance, we can focus that on moving forward. And your shit is coming together in a big way for both of you. This is not, and now what I'm saying, when I say that when you're focused, I'm not saying you think about this all the time. For other people, it's different. Maybe you think about 20% of the time. But even that 20% of the time is taking focus off moving forward. It's taking focus off what you want, what your dreams, your hopes. It's 20%. That's quite a bit. But not only is it taking your 20%, but say your partner is taking 20% from them. So as a couple, it's taking 40% from you. That's a lot. And even if that's the lowest of it is, some people may think of 50%. So both of you could put 200% in to bettering yourself going after your dreams, taking risks, whatever you want to do. If both of you are thinking about this relationship and wondering where it's at and what is going on with it, and, you know, putting any focus you're putting on that is now available to you. And I see huge upsides here. I mean, everything is changing, Gemini, and it's changing in the best possible way. You know, having someone that you don't have to think about in a negative way. You know, all that negative thought that you had to waste on this is no longer being wasted on this, and now you can focus it on something that matters. Now, like I said, with this person, we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I'm getting a lot of Sagittarius. I mean, we have the Knight of Wands with the Temperance. We have Gemini. We have Aquarius. I mean, we have Taurus as well. We have some Virgo and Cancer. Like I said, I don't feel like this person's overly emotional, but the emotion they do have is aimed at you. You know, I feel like you may feel like this person doesn't show you that side, but it's such a... Let me get this together. That's the end of the reading for anybody that's just here for the reading. I appreciate you. Love you. Thanks for stopping by. Anybody here for story time, let's get into it. You know, I feel like, especially when you really care about someone, if you don't know how they truly feel about you, or you don't feel like they give you what you need, that can be a huge distraction. I mean, I see this weight getting lifted off, like being able to breathe and full deep breaths again. And with that, you have an empty mind, and that mind can be focused on the things that are going to benefit your life moving forward. When you don't know what your partner's thinking, especially someone you truly care about, you don't know exactly what they want, and there's this distance back and forth between the two of you, that can be a lot. Be a lot on the mind. Now, like I said, I have quite a bit of experience. I've graduated from the Gemini school. I've done years of learning. Geminis, for the most part, and it depends on your houses and your the rest of your chart. So this is not everybody fits in one box, and I don't want you to take it that way. But from the general consensus of the Geminis that I know, they're not overly emotional. And they don't need overly emotional people. But when they need it, just like anybody else, they need it. You know, they're very strong-willed. And a lot of times Geminis won't tell you when they need it. But a Gemini needs someone who understands them. And if you understand them, then you'll know. Don't deprive them when they want it. You know, I know one of my good friends, he's a Gemini, and he was dating this Pisces girl for a while. And he just said it was too much. You know, it was too much. She wanted too much emotion. She was too clingy. And that's why just some connections don't work. And that's okay. It doesn't have to work. They're still friends, which is actually kind of weird because they had a pretty bad breakup, but they've gotten over it and they're still friends. But some connections just don't work. And I never been one to base a connection on, you know, if you're a Pisces, if you meet a man and he's a Gemini, it won't work. Or if you're a Scorpio man and you meet a Gemini woman, I'm not saying that it's not going to work. I'm just saying it's depending on what's on your houses that makes it less difficult or more difficult. I love the Sagittarius Gemini connection. I find I find a lot of fire signs are really good with a lot of air signs, like Sagittarius, Aquarius, Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, air, or Gemini, Leo, Gemini, Sagittarius. But one of the best ones I found is Gemini and Sagittarius, because I feel like Gemini and Sagittarius have the same kind of, there's the same kind of energy there. They both get over things very quickly. They're both kind of all over the place, so they can kind of understand each other. But there's so many different reasons. One day I'm going to do a video on different connections. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I'd like to. Just kind of explaining why some work better than others. It doesn't mean other ones can't work. It doesn't mean that. I'll never tell you that one sign can't be with another sign. I don't think it's true. I think if you have a lot of something in you, that maybe a lot of something in someone else may not be easy. I'm never going to say it anymore. It won't work. I've seen the weirdest couples. Trust me, I've seen some weird combinations, and they made it work. And I was going to give an example, but I'm not going to do that because I feel like that's just throwing myself under the bus. I don't want a whole bunch of people offended. But someday I'm going to do a video, the best and worst. The easiest and hardest, maybe, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I mean, what connections do you like? I mean, I love the Gemini. I personally, I shouldn't do this, but we're gonna do it to a point. I personally, in my friend circle, I see a lot of similarities. When I actually find out my friends' signs, it's kind of shocking what kind of signs I keep around me. I have Pisces friends. I have Virgo friends, a lot. I have Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Gemini. It's probably the biggest one is Gemini, because I have a lot of Gemini friends. Oddly enough, I don't have a whole lot of Sagittarius friends. Being a Sagittarius, I find that kind of odd, but that just goes to show you. And then Tauruses, I have lots of Tauruses. I don't have enough Capricorn friends. I'm sure I don't. I mean, I have a little bit of every sign. I think family and friends. I mean, I think I have every sign, but in an abundance, I feel like I gravitate a lot toward air and water signs, with the odd earth and the odd water. But I think as a friendship, I think any sign can work with each other, as long as you have something that holds it together. But anyway, I think I got way off topic. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video real soon. Rose has been pushing me to do videos on the best and worst of each sign. I don't know if I should do that. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think I should do? If you care. If you don't, I won't hear from you probably, I guess. But I've been thinking about doing other videos. Like, there's so much I want to get out there. And it's just my opinion, though. And in whatever video I end up doing is going to be my opinion. It's take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, I'll let you go now. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.